Hey you all, welcome to my YouTube channel KimsKorner. My name is Kim and today I'm going to do an introduction about myself so that you can hopefully get to learn more about me. I'm also going to do a fabulous makeup haul of my collection so that we can also see what we are going to be working with over the next couple of months. This is a channel whereby I'm going to be celebrating beauty and how to create different looks and how to enjoy makeup and how to have fun and be fabulous and live gigantically glamorous lives. So if you want to find out more, grab a snack, come on back. Welcome back you all. So I'm going to just introduce myself briefly. I am Kim, as I mentioned. I live in Berlin, Germany, where I moved last December. So I've been here for approximately 1 year. During the day, like my day job, I am a blogger, I am a writer, I am a journalist, I'm a human rights activist. And at night, I like experimenting with makeup and I like glamming up and I like dressing up and experimenting with fashion and glamour and glitz. So basically, I'm originally from Somalia, grew up in Kenya, moved to Europe around 5 years ago. I have lived in Malta, now I'm living in Germany, France, Iceland, and basically I'm a citizen of the world. So what do I love doing? I like traveling, I like fashion, I like makeup, I like beauty, I love watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and yeah, a lot of reality TV, like ratchet reality TV, love and hip hop, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I love watching a lot of ratchet reality TV. I also like going to the cinema a lot. So that's basically a little bit of a background about myself. And without further ado, I would like us to delve into the makeup haul because I cannot wait to get my hands on all of these products and share it with you guys. I'm going to show you like the different products that I have in my collection and my cult favorite, the different products that I love using. I know it's not the biggest collection. I know that there are so many girls out there who have gigantic collections. And the strange thing is that my mom used to tell me, because I was so obsessed with working since I was really young, like I wanted to work, I wanted to create a fabulous life for myself, I wanted to help others. And my mom was like, oh, you're so obsessed with working and making money. Money is not happiness. Money does not buy happiness. And I was like, mommy, that's very, very, very wrong, because money buys makeup and makeup buys happiness. Skincare is very, very important because without beautiful skin, healthy skin, it's very difficult to create fabulous makeup looks. So I'm going to start from a clean face. Like, what do I do after I wash my face? Like, how do I prepare myself? So the first thing that I do after cleansing and washing my face and drying it is I moisturize. It's very, very important to moisturize before putting on primers and foundation and starting your makeup routine. And my favorite moisturizer is Dream Skin by Dior. It's my favorite moisturizer because immediately after I put it on my face, it gives me that airbrushed look, that an attainable skin. Like, it's so beautiful on my skin and it's one of my favorite moisturizers. And of course I have a day moisturizer and a night moisturizer, but I use this specifically because it's super expensive. It's like 100 euros. I like using it for like makeup looks, like when I'm going out and glamming up. So after moisturizing, I move on into prepping my skin using a beautiful primer. And in my collection of primers, I have 3 primers that I'm currently using at the moment. So one of my favorite primers that I'm using is the MAC Prep and Prime Primer. And because I'm using the Studio Fix foundation from MAC, I'm one of those crazy cuckoo people that in my head, I associate using the same primer as the same foundation. Of course, that's not true. That's not supposed to be the case. You can use a different primer and a different foundation from different companies, but that's what I'm using at the moment. Another primer that is in my collection that I really like is the Professional by Benefit. Love it. I use it on my lip area and on my chin because I have a lot of pores around that area. Another primer that is in my collection that I adore is the Urban Decay Self-Adjusting Complexion Primer. But one thing that I don't like about this primer is that it has that scrubby feel. Like, it feels like scrub, and I don't want to feel like scrub on my face after I've just cleansed and moisturized and I'm starting to have to do my makeup. So immediately after, I used to move on to foundation, but a couple of months ago I started noticing that I have a lot of problems with discolorification, if that's even a term. And I was introduced to the MAC Color Corrector, Conceal and Correct Duo, and my skin tone has an orange undertone, and I love this color corrector. Like, it's so fabulous and it gives me that dewy, beautiful finish. So after color correcting, I move on straight to my foundation. My favorite foundation is the Lock-It from Kat Von D, and how I came about it was really funny. I walked into the Sephora in Luxembourg. That was like my first Sephora ever, and I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to Sephora, I'm going to buy different products and I'm going to try them out. So I walked into Sephora really excited to buy some makeup, but the foundation that I was eyeing, the foundation that I wanted to buy from Sephora was the Urban Decay All Nighter, because this was around when it came out and there was so much buzz about it. And so I walked into the store and I was like, lady, can you please give me the All Nighter foundation by Urban Decay in my skin tone? So unfortunately, they could not find one in my skin range, in my skin tone. And so she was like, oh, I'm going to recommend this other foundation for you. You should try it. And I was like, what? And then she said, Kat Von D. And I was like, I've never used Kat Von D products. And then she was like, try it. Maybe you'll love it. So she gave me the Lock-It. And as soon as I put it on, after I went home to create my first look, I am telling you, I was dead. I was on the floor, glamorously dead. I was like, where was this all my life? Like, why didn't I discover it when I was starting to do makeup like 5 years ago? And at the moment, I am using the MAC Studio Fix foundation. I have 2 of them at the moment as well. I have my winter shade, which is a lot lighter, and I have my summer shade because in summer I get a lot darker. And so this is what I'm using at the moment, my winter shade and my summer shade. I'm kind of confused now. My winter shade is NW35. It's a lot lighter. And my summer shade, when I get tanned and the sun is out, is NW43. And when, for example, I'm going out to a party, or maybe I have a huge event and I want my face to be beat for the gods, like to look completely flawless and glamorous, I kind of mix the Studio Fix with the MAC Full Coverage Foundation. I mix the two and then use setting powder so that I don't have a cakey face. So that I don't have a cakey face, and I have a dewy, glamorous finish. So immediately after my foundations, I move on to setting. I love setting my foundations because I have oily skin, and I feel like the translucent setting powders take away, they drink the oil. It's like a tissue paper sucking the life of oil out of French fries. So currently I have 2. I have one of them is MAC, the translucent powder, and I love it. It's so fine, the powder is so fine, you don't feel it when it settles in your face. And I'm also, in my collection, I'm also using the Kat Von D Lock-It, setting powder, translucent setting powder. I also like it very much. I used to pair it with my Kat Von D Lock It foundation, which is my favorite foundation in the world. I love it more than MAC. Completely love it more than MAC. But right now I'm out of stock, and yeah, so but I still have the translucent powder from Kat Von D. So after the powders, we move on to highlighting and contouring. Of course, highlighting and contouring is a trend, and every day, like when I'm like in the morning, I'm like, oh my god, I'm just going to do a little natural makeup. I don't want to have a lot of makeup going to the office. And all of a sudden I find myself piling on the highlighters and contouring my face for the gods to be Jesus. And I'm like, oh my god, like what did I do? So I'm a big fan of highlighting and contouring because, as you all know, it shapes my face and our faces, and it makes you look like, oh my god, like you have cheekbones for days. So my favorite palette that I'm using at the moment for highlighting and contouring, like to shape my face, is the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette. I completely love this palette, and I feel like, oh, by the way, I'm more of a powder girl when it comes to highlighting and contouring than cream girl, and I have NYX in my collection. I also have another brand. It's a German brand. It's called Douglas. Douglas is a beauty chain in Germany, and it's kind of drugstore prices, and I also like it very much, and I've completely used it like a lot. So after highlighting and contouring, I like piling on my highlighter so that I have like cheekbones for days. And I'm a big fan of highlighters. I don't know how the world used to exist before highlighters. So I have a lot of MAC highlighters. I have the Gold Deposit, which is like, as you know, it's like a cult favorite, and I bought it like a few years ago, in love with it. I also have the MAC Cheeky Bronze. Beautiful. Now this is my favorite highlighter, hands down. It works for colored people, like if you're darker, if you're Latina, if you're black, if you have like melanin in your skin, this is the perfect highlighter to get. Sometimes, but not a lot of time, I don't know why I bought this. I was at London Heathrow Airport transiting, going somewhere last year, and I was like, oh my god, I just need to buy something because I'm a shopaholic, and I bought the MAC strobe cream. I use it sometimes, but I've not used it a lot because, as I'm saying, I'm more of a powder girl than cream girl. But it's also in my collection. Another highlighter that's in my collection that I absolutely adore. I don't know how I didn't come across it because it's a cult favorite in the beginning. I bought it a few months ago. Is the NYX Strobe of Genius. Oh my god, I love this palette. Like, it just takes me to heaven and back. So it's also one of my favorite highlighters, especially the bronzy one. Like, it's so beautiful. Like, I can also swatch it for, like, beautiful for the days. Like, it's so glamorous. I don't know if you can see the swatch. Like, it's so glamorous. Another product that I really like when it comes to finishing off my makeup is, and I use this along the whole process of making my face. Like, when I put my foundation on and then put my translucent setting powder, I use Fix Plus just to settle down everything. This is a favorite of mine. I cannot live without Fix Plus, but unfortunately this bottle is empty at the moment. I need to go to the MAC store. I've been busy to stock up on my Fix Plus spray. I have a lot of makeup because I am a makeup whore, and I don't think we can go through all my makeup collection in one video. So if you really liked this video, please stay tuned. If you want to see my eyeshadow collection, if you want to see my lipstick collection, if you like to see what type of eyelashes that I use, and subscribe please, like, give a thumbs up, leave comments for what you would like to see and what you liked and what you didn't like. Until next time, I love you all. Namaste.